Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for January 13th. Taking a look at the US-Japanese yen pair, we have a range that's expected to go as high as 90.68 and as low as 87.66. Now look for some resistance to come in around 89.75 and look for support around 88.87 in this particular pair. Now this pair is it closed up for today, but is moving sideways for the most part, biased to the downside. Switching over to the Euro-USD pair, this particular pair moved lower today. I am expecting it to move as high as 135.02 and as low as 130.02. Now look for some resistance to come in around 132.88 and look for support to come in around 130.84 in this particular pair. This pair is moving down, the bias is to the downside. We should likely see it move down even further, probably down to the 1.3074 area. I would be surprised if it doesn't close at that or below that during this next session. Now looking at the pound USD, this particular pair moved much lower today. We are expecting it to have a range of 1.4980 or as low as 142.68. We are looking for resistance to come in around 145.54 and look for support around 144.50 in this particular pair. And we'll revisit this pair here in a minute, but wanted to cover the US Swiss before we get to that. Looking for this pair to move as high as 113.48 and as low as 110.35. Look for some resistance to come in around 112.78 and look for support around 110.96 in this particular pair. This pair is moving sideways, closed up for this past session. The bias is definitely to the upside. I think if we can break this high, this previous high we had, previous resistance, we should move on up to around this level fairly quick. Now what I'm looking for during this next session, actually this is going to be over the next several sessions, is we have a head and shoulders formation that has been formed, and we're looking for it to break this to the downside. Now let me zoom in, try to get some trend lines drawn. Basically we want this neckline to be broken and look to go short on it. That pretty much hits both of them right there. Let me zoom out now. Excuse me. So if you're looking to take this short as the market comes on down, we could be should be looking at a short around the 1.4296 area. So 1.4296 area, and with some targets that that I've taken a look at the chart back in time, in some areas or some targets, and I'll list them up here. First target going to be looking for 140.39. Our second target is 139.53. Our third target is 137.70, and our fourth target is going to be 1.3682. I could see us definitely hitting the first one, if not the second one. The third and fourth one, we're getting further away from the current price. As you can see, if this is our entry price, we're going to grab several hundred pips between those two. But those are kind of my projections over the next several weeks when this particular, or if and when this particular line is broken. So draw your trend lines, set up your trades. If you wanted to go into this and just do one lot going in here, add a second lot at this point, exit at this point, your second lot, exit at this point, and then exit your lot there, or move your you could add lots in each subsequent one until you get to the last one and exit. Most likely what I'd advise is to go ahead and enter one or two lots. Go ahead, when you hit the first target, go ahead and bring that to a break even is what I would look to do. And then let it ride and maybe take some off the table at each increment. Now, looking ahead, we have, there's one other trade I'm looking at, and this is in the pound Swiss. Let me zoom in. Okay, we have a situation here where we have resistance or support and support at the low of these two sessions. They're real close, within 5 or 6 pips of each other. We have this window of opportunity down to this point. I know it doesn't look like it, but between our low here and our low here, we have roughly 100 pips. It's actually a little less than that. So we're looking to short at 1.6184 and looking to exit this trade at 160.90. That comes out to 94 pips for this particular trade that we're looking for. So I think this window of opportunity will be taken out during this next session as this pair pushes lower. So it'd be a good time to grab several pips. Now, looking at the news announcements for this next session, we have the U.S. releasing their advanced retail sales for December. That's being released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is that it has improved from negative 1.8% to negative 1.2%. Remember that is one of the top 5 market movers that are out there as far as news announcements, is the U.S. retail sales. Now, it's definitely not the top one, but it is one of them and can move the market pretty quick. Also, the Australian dollar is releasing their unemployment change for December at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is that it has that the unemployment has changed to the downside from negative 15.6K down to negative 20K. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.